And my eldest daughter was 40.
I very didn't get what he was asking for us.
And we bought her a BBC because they didn't have enough at school. And you had to type everything in and then tape it and then put it back on.
It's amazing.
And I remember spending hours doing it.
It's flawed.
My grandchildren.
It's a blip, isn't it? How the length of time.
I mean, there's ridiculous television. And it was just half the size of that.
Yeah, black and white, two TVs.
They hardly had any colour footage at the time.
Yeah.
There's a few different ones, and I was thinking, what would we do with? My sons are like 19 and 20. What would we do without a phone?
Yeah, you had to type.
I mean, we used to have to go to the phone box.
Yeah,
we didn't have one in the house.
I had one of the early mobile phones, and it was like half a brick. I used to have to clip it to my belt. You wouldn't go in a pocket. You put it in your pocket.
You were very posh to have a mobile.
Well, it was. I bought it second hand, and it was. I was working as a market researcher, and he used to worry.
Nobody even had one of them.
He used to worry if I was late. I could be out at Durham somewhere, and someone would say to me, "I'd want one more for my quota," and they'd say to me, "Oh, well, can you come back in half an hour?" Well, of course, the answer is yes, because then I'm finished. So I would sit in the car for half an hour and then go back. But then that would mean instead of being in at about 5, I wouldn't be until 6 or half 6, and then he'd be worried about me. So I'd ring him and tell him I was going to be late.
I had a mobile phone in 1988. An orange business one. I go with businesses.
Yeah.
But that was like a brick.
My boys didn't believe me when I said, well, we actually did get a phone in the house because we only lived opposite a phone box, so there was no point. We weren't allowed to use it till after 6 o'clock.
We had a party line where you shared the line with somebody else, and you had to make sure they weren't on talking.
You're joking? You weren't allowed to use the phone until after 6 o'clock.
Oh gosh,
we had to touch that phone until after 6 o'clock.
My parents ran a shop and they took it over from my grandparents, and there was a coin-operated phone in the house. And when we moved in, there was a big notice out.
How do you go and look at your Facebook page now?
Saying you may phone from here. So first thing they did was my parents took that sign down. But when someone was asked
my own feed,
they used to
they're barely nibbed, yeah.
And it was originally it was 4121, and then later on it became 2121.
It's blank, yeah.
And
I haven't got anything on there.
Wait.
To do a national call, you used to go through.
Oh yes, yeah.
Are you old enough to remember pressing button B?
No.
When we were short of cash, we used to go around all the phone boxes because you used to put 4p in to make a phone call. If you got through, you pressed button A. And if you didn't get through, you pressed button B and got your money back.
All right.
The amount of people that used to get to press button B
and get some money back.
So we used to walk around the phone box.
You ready?
Button B. Supplement on money. That was in the late 50s, early 60s. We used to do that.
Yeah.
We were all the phone boxes where we used to go and press button B.
No one, yeah. No one entered the Duke of Edinburgh when I got money.
Yeah.
Had some money in your pocket in case you had an emergency phone box, because there was phone boxes everywhere now.
Yeah.
There aren't. Blew away.
Look out. Actually, we got the ring.
Don't forget, if you lose your money, you can always reverse the charges. They wouldn't even know what they wanted. What reverse charges was it then?
Got me?
Yeah.
We were all phone boxes. Yeah, there's
a cat laying. So you know he's there, he's very yeah, even just with a few people, it's all sounds busy, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it's working.
The problem that's it. This is the feed from. This is what's going out to Google Hangouts, which is a reasonably good quality picture.
However, the picture's not as brilliant on
Indeed, yeah.
They've got
It's
two.
not bad, to be fair.
No, it's not. It's not good. It's not. It's not
I've
what
seen
I mean.
worse. I know, but I've seen worse.
But if we get, I mean, we can just.
For our purposes, as long as the sound is good.
Yeah.
That's more than a minute, Gibbs. You're looking at least 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
it varies. I mean, if I see, the thing is, I'm going to Google Plus, so it's actually live now. If you went to my account on Google Plus, it's
Right.
actually
And
live
then it's
now.
feeding it to
It's
YouTube.
And then it's
So
feeding
by the
it to
time it's done the mop
YouTube.
and
So that's the delay, which is live.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
you're going to do that anyway on a live broadcast, don't you?
well, the thing is, nobody's going to know it's well, they are, because they're going to be listening to the audio of the telly. But nobody's actually going to know unless you're thinking about it. Is this delayed or not? Because you're just not going to know.
Most people with a brain would accept it, don't they?
Everybody realises that everything is delayed. I mean, even live radio is a minute delay on it, just in case.
Do you think that picture is acceptable?
Come and have a
Then?
look. You come and have a look.
You need a longer lead.
I've seen worse, but that doesn't give me great confidence. Oh, dear. Oh,
We're up too early.
I got woken up at 5:30 this morning by some prat shouting at his mother and calling her a silly cow.
Oh,
She wouldn't let him in. And she obviously said to him, because it's a fob entrance and then a concierge, and he's shouting, they won't let me in. And I'm thinking, I'm not surprised they won't let you in. So whether she actually let him in or not, I don't know.
I've got a 5:30.
Oh, yes, it has, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I hate early. Not now.
Why? What's the matter when you laugh?
Oh, yeah.
Terrible.
Sure you got a plaster?
He comes in later than we do. It's my husband. Comes in later than we do, and he does the kitchen duties.
Oh,
See, I've got so many problems with I don't want to put a lotion on it. I want to put a normal one. I've got to change the colour.
oh, he's got a plaster. Doesn't need a name.
Well, he wasn't too well yesterday. I think it was because we were off.
If
We didn't know yesterday because the way this works, it's odd. We can have one Monday where we're incredibly busy, and the following Monday it's really quiet. And it's the same throughout the week. I've worked as a manager in Stockton, and you can never figure out when you want staff
Oh,
because it doesn't.
no.
And I've worked in other places, Redcar, Sunderland, all over the place, and you know that that's going to be a quiet day. You can get a lot done, and you're not going to need many
just
staff.
go to video post.
But Stockton, no.
No.
So we've all got to be here all the time.
Thing I think, well, with the recession, people haven't got
Well,
we've hardly got any disposable income.
when we were complaining to Stockton Council about the rates, they told us that there'd been a downturn, and I think they said it was 17% in Middlesbrough. But in our shop, there was a downturn of 7% because of the work. Because we moved, we watched the takings go up. Nothing. We might be able to take expenses from petrol money or something. Because we never, none of us ever took a wage. We're retired, so we can afford to do that. And Debs and Paul get working tax credit because I thought we wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
And when we asked for help, they said, no help available. No, absolutely no disruption to the town centre. As far as I'm concerned, all of that work. But it was terrific. I mean, as soon as they were 6 foot from our front door for over a year.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing
Well,
is,
you just come in, but that as well as, I mean, they have made a very strong start. It's lovely, and the area in the middle now, people are.
they are starting to congregate.
Yeah, and more of a community, you know,
But
atmosphere.
but
But still,
people as a mob are lazy and they always do the same thing as the bottom.
Yeah.
So if you can't figure out how to get over there, you don't bother. Or you might have problems walking. I can walk, but I can't walk too far. So if I have to walk all the way up there in order to get back to that shop over there, I don't bother because it's too far for me. And if they always go to Stockton on Wednesday, they always go to Stockton on Wednesday. But when it was so chewed up,
Oh,
the buses,
No, I know.
you didn't know where you were getting on, you didn't, and especially, like I said, if you've got any problems walking, or you've got a bus, or a buggy, or you've got kids with you, or anything like that, you get on the bus, and especially if you've got yourself a trip up, or you've got your bus pass, you get on the bus and you're coming into Stockton, and you're looking at it. Now, I'll stay with good in it, or I'll go to Darlington. Now you've got to get them to stop going wherever they started going and come back to Stockton. That's the big thing. It's the work is finished. And Stockton Council sort of went, ta-da! And expected all the people to go, all right, okay, we'll come back. They won't. They're creatures of habit. They're basically idiots. People en masse. They are, like I said, but you do it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the supermarket and you know that the sugar's over there.
And you go and pick the same one, try this brand, or exactly, yeah.
And you know that there's nothing down that aisle that you're interested in, so you don't bother walking down it.
Yeah, it's like anything.
Yeah, you're creatures of habit, and you basically easy. But you know that there's.
By the same brand, I mean, I've always bought Heinz soup, the tomato soup, and they didn't have any one day, and I got Sainsbury's, and I told you what Sainsbury's on brand cheap, and it's twice as good.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never have picked it up before.
No, except they didn't have it.
No.
Yeah. We are creatures. Well, yes, we're creatures of habit, and we're basically.
Wait there, let me just go and check.
But when you've got to check, even better. At one stage on the high street, you could either cross down at the old,
Very good.
down at the Swallow, or you could cross this end of the Shambles. You couldn't get across anywhere in between.
And another thing though that I need to start doing is the old post office building. That's even ended. What are they going to do with these things?
Rumour has it they're going to knock it down.
Really?
Post office down will go on. Yeah. But then it's rumour and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
We'll have to watch it because the doors are
Put
all
up a nice pretty picture of
The-
the pen shop.
Yeah.
the bottom stairs and the big windows.
Right. Is the close to against the fire?
Well,
Yeah, they put
Instead of doing stuff.
yeah. Like the globe, they just make it look presentable.
Oh, it's terrible at carving.
I have a plastic bag in my pocket. But yeah, Stockton Council is really bad.
Yeah, hide it.
Yeah. It's bad. Well, I was, Deb's just got it at the moment. And it's written there, Stocktonian. And the only reason the Green Dragon Yard was saved is surprisingly Maureen, she's a councillor from Billingham, she saved it. Because they were going to knock it down and build a car park, because they said they needed more car parking spaces for the town hall. And now that's the cultural court. I can't remember the name, it's the company in this.
I know I saw the gingerbread wine. When are they setting it? No.
actually was very good. They're normally butchering from like 10:25 just to go out every 2 hours.
Oh.
So they've actually been really good and not said anything at all. It's 11:05. Oh.
Anyway,
In theory. But as long as the link's there, the link's live, so.
yeah,
You've got things to work on, haven't you?
I haven't got any time to work. I'm
Oh,
a bit busy this week.
What you're up to? Anything quite exciting?
No, nothing. Just the
I
general.
know your face. Yeah.
Just a general election.
Maybe. Did you come into the shop when we were on the street?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's probably good then.
I've lived here, since I was 6.
Did you live in Stockton or is it always been sort of Eaglesford?
Yeah. Well, mum and dad lived, don't know where the health centre, someone down, there. And first house was 2 yards, and then back to Eaglesford, just from going to the comp school and.
Probably, if you've been in the other shop, anybody that's been in, I normally think that's usually where it is. But then saying that I've worked all over in the town,
Yours.
Yeah. I say that, and I do love the place, I really do.
I don't think you can go wrong, really.
I mean,
you're in the car 5 minutes and you've got everything.
Well, this is it. This is
You've got everything you want.
That's the whole point. If you've got a car, you've got beauty, you've got the countryside one side, the
And if you don't want
side.
it, you can have, town centre stuff.
It's like, and my biggest thing is they're all still they're looking back instead of looking forward. Whenever you hear them speaking, the market's not what it was. Yeah, but hang on, guys, if you go to any market town, the market's not what it was.
I think
We've
it's
changed
actually improved.
but when we used to have it from one end to the other and it was double row
I
all
mean,
the way
yeah,
down, but
it's
that
the-
was a different time.
The veg and stuff down.
But that was a
near the
different
back,
time.
yeah,
That's
and
when
then the
people
other cities
still
and that.
did the shopping in
Market
town.
Yeah.
We don't do it now. We've changed our shopping habits so much. No market is ever going to be like that again.
No.
Because there's no need for it anymore. But all you keep getting off them is, some guy.
Are you alright about being right?
I don't care. I'm not saying anything that I haven't actually said any other time.
It's just we've
I
got
think
2
it's
viewers.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to hear. Hello, whoever's watching.
No, most 2 viewers. Most of them will be from Southeast. They love this.
The thing that really annoyed me the other day
Look how
was, have
good
you seen
that
the site
picture is.
Stocktonians?
Yeah,
Yeah, yours is fabulous. Stocktonians site. That's what it's called, Stocktonians, and it's for people from Stockton. So I've been on there quite a lot. I put some fab old pictures on and everything else. There was a guy who'd been on the Amsterdam flight coming back over Stockton, and you're coming quite low. And he managed to take some amazing pictures of the new high street with the fountain and it was market day, so the market was out. And everybody's going, oh wow, look at those pictures. Doesn't the town look brilliant? Doesn't the town look fab? Look at the fountain, And within about 6 or 7 comments, but look at the market. Bye Stockton market, rest in peace. Look, it's not what it used to be. And I was just like,
No, I think people are going back to markets now, because you used to do all your shopping in one place. And now, me, I do a bit there and a bit there and a bit there and a bit there.
well, we have to because we don't have a car at the moment, so we do our shopping in town. But there was a thing on the telly the other morning about how the likes of Tesco's have suddenly realised that all their big superstars aren't doing that well anymore. Because people are starting to look around and go back to the old ways. But I love shopping in Stockton because you've got butchers, you've got greengrocers, you've got shops that sell discounted stuff if you want it.
Yeah.
We haven't got a massive, huge variety of the big top names, but for your everyday, day-to-day living, it's perfect.
Definitely.
Wednesday and Saturdays we've got a
you can walk,
good veg market.
It's not far to walk around and get different things.
It's crazy. But people, we do get complacent. When you live somewhere, you forget what you've actually got under your nose, and it's only when you kind of go and visit somewhere else. And yes, I love going to York because it's a change. But I don't think.
What's that 100 and something?
191,600. 191,600 reasons why.
So let me just stick it on there. Well, look.
Hey, I don't care.
People, we need someone to say, hey.
Yeah. Come on, kids. Where's the camera? Braggy dog.
hello.
Come on, come on.
Oh, you don't want to go back to you.
Straight in, go on.
Right into trouble.
In, Braggy, in.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Have you had this?
Oh, good. Right, will you sit?
But that site there that Carl's on now was my knee-jerk reaction to Stocktonians, because I'm now banned from Stocktonians. Because I had the audacity to point out that they were doing double standards. You know, the minute I mention this place, I get told off and told I'm advertising for a charitable business that's non-profit. But that aside, but then you've got other people coming on and just blatantly talking about and promoting other businesses, and it just gets like, oh no, they're just talking about them. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying to let people know what we're doing here.
No.
I'm not making any money out of it. I don't even take a wage. But I want this place to be the community hub that we wanted to create.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't let me mention it. So there was one instance where there was two things on back to back. One was a blatant advert, which was removed, other than the joke, but the other one was promoting a business in town that was would get a lot of good off the back of it. And I complained and said, well, that's blatant advertising. Oh no, she was just mentioning something that they'd done. I went, well, that's all I ever do, and we're actually on double standards, you know, it's just not fair. And boom, gone, banned, kicked off and banned, and I was like, get on with it. Get on with it. But I've had this going for a while, because there was a couple of times where I've been on there and it was like negative. Everybody all the time just pulling the town down. It's like, hang on a minute, this is meant to be a positive site. I want a positive site. You know, anybody comes on there, that's like a town off the back for you. Because that's not what I wanted it for. I wanted it to show people. But I mean, it's not, Facebook's fabulous for business. It's fabulous for business, and for us, for our profile here, for what we're doing, it's amazing. We've had people from all over the North East in to say it's because of doing special diets like that.
Yes.
But
yeah, I use Facebook. I've got brothers in New Zealand and their wives and the children, grandchildren.
I don't use it.
I think anybody with like the rain where you've got family spread, or us where we're trying to get something, you know, up and running and promoted.
The amount of people, my daughter won't use it because she has too many bad things. My younger daughter won't use it. But if you're careful who you have on your friends list, my friends list is around about 100. And it's normally people I know or people to amuse me. So there's some people that I'll never meet, but amuse me. If they start getting too annoying, they get deleted.
But that's the whole point. If people start annoying you, just get rid of them. You just get rid of them. You don't have to have them on your friends list. This is why it makes me laugh when they say, no, this isn't that, here's a bullying, and pick them up.
Yeah, you don't have to. When you get people like that on your friends list,
It's a dog one. You don't want it.
Yeah,
you know, so
only, no, I quite like dog treats. I know it's a bit strange, but that's just.
And some of them are like, what food?
This is venison, actually venison chunks for them. It was, I've just got a new dog food for them because the spaniel's wheat intolerant.
Oh.
There's only us could have a celiac spaniel. But,
That's it, watching it live on Twitter.
right.
Oh, that one.
I know. I went like that. I was watching it, but I was watching it.
It's taken me all week to bypass this one. I want you to put a proper camera.
is our Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good stream. Yeah, I could find out what it was, but it's definitely TikTok. It's not your streaming. It's my my pictures.
My music's playing Silly Devils.
I wouldn't be wanting to say that live on air, Carl, if I was
You
When
wouldn't.
you have the,
You wouldn't think I would.
that was fun.
I
So I
don't.
said you wouldn't think you do what you do for a job.
That, and then you did that again.
We've got 3 people watching.
The
Let us know
so
where
when
you are
when
in the
you watch it
world.
online, then can you say in 28 times go back and watch
Yeah,
it
yes,
again?
that, and you can, yeah.
It records
Kinda
onto
cool.
YouTube, so it's just
So
creates
it's
a
just
video.
oh yeah, right.
So
You
when
stream it live, but
people
it's recorded
start
as well,
talking
so
about
I
it,
never did want to go back and watch this.
And
No,
you
but for what we want to do.
You
Yeah.
can, and you can, they will record for 2 hours, but you can stream live for up to 8 hours. But I've got to get past this. I mean, look at this picture. Is just that's the picture you should be looking at.
Yeah.
And you're not. You're looking at that.
Yeah, but not only that, it depends on the resolution. That monitor that we were looking up there isn't the best monitor in the world.
Yeah.
I know. I'm being
So your resolution on your screen is amazing because it's a decent Lappy. That's an old little silly thing because I dropped my laptop and smashed the screen. It probably would look like that if I'd been on screen.
You're only trying to make me feel good.
I'm not massaging your ego, Courtney. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It comes and goes, you know. Sometimes it's massive, and sometimes I just want to disappear in the desert island and say goodbye forever.
I have that syndrome too.
Depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I've got my little art, I do a bit of art, and when I've got my arty head on, I'm very, all artists are self.
I can't paint or draw, but I make things out of 3D, and I knit weird.
She knits amazing stuff.
Oh, wow.
She did
You
a
have to show me.
Dalek. Yeah, we've had a Dalek, and we had an R2D2.
Well,
The Dalek was this big, and the R2D2 was this big.
well, you know what you want to do. You want to. I mean, look how massive the old yard bombers is in Saltburn. Every news organisation in the country. You want to start having a.
At home, I have a knitted noughts and crosses set.
Yeah.
And a knitted.
We did research last year. We never got used to chance to use it.
But I know that Stockton Council wouldn't let us use it because we were Labyrinth. And I'm half of mine going to surface on to sneak in there at 5 o'clock in the morning and just peg it down and use it. Because I know as soon as I say Labyrinth,
oh, you can't have that.
I'll have that. But I have a noughts and crosses board that big, all knitted. And I have Snakes and Ladders isn't finished yet.
That's quite finished.
Snakes and Ladders will be about 12 foot square.
All knitted.
Wow.
But I haven't quite finished that. I'm only up to about 80 squares. You need 100 squares for the Snakes and Ladders board, and then I've got to make the Snakes and the Ladders to go.
She's very talented. She did it. We've had Death Stars, X-Wing Fighters. What else do we have?
Lots of silly hats.
Loads of silly.
Dalek.
Yeah, the Dalek. Terrence was
Star.
brilliant. Terrence we raffled for charity.
Death Star. Did a couple of Death Stars.
Yeah.
I've got to be
Oh,
honest.
big.
To be honest,
I'd like to see them.
There's photos on our Facebook. Have a look.
She's a gorilla knitter.
She is. She's brilliant, and she doesn't have patterns. She just does it all off her head.
I
She
stare-
studied
I
the
stare at
Dalek.
pictures a lot.
The pictures of the Daleks. Right, from
Yeah, the Dalek was.
the Dalek was meant to be this big, right?
Road.
And he grew. He ended up this big. He was huge. But he had the right number of balls, and he had everything.
Everything was
He was anatomically correct. He had the right number.
You've
How
got
many balls?
Oh God, anatomically correct. My God,
It's a Dalek, dear, don't worry.
That takes me back to Cleveland childhood
Oh, don't go there.
and spending days listening about reflex anal dilatation.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm my kids.
I'm sorry, I
Tell the lie,
have to
don't.
listen to it for a whole year.
My kids were a bit older.
Oh,
I was so glad because I was really worried about taking my kids to A&E. Well,
Oh, we had a friend. We had a friend that took. It was her daughter.
If any of the Labyrinth
problems.
millions are watching that want to go live and streaming, then come and do it now.
Yeah.
It's not being
He said
fair to
that
anyone
he-
other than your bitch.
Yeah, but anybody, how many people do they
She-
choose? It might be
Yeah.
quick
her partner
Yes,
that
took away.
I'm
When
not.
my daughter was about
page.
It was on
Yeah,
every
we'll get it.
4, we had puppies in the house. And the puppies were in the kitchen, and we'd hammer board into the doorway about that height. So the puppy, you could just walk in, but the puppies couldn't get out of the
Here,
kitchen.
one of them's me.
My daughter.
Hey, I forgot about
And to
that.
be fair, the other one's probably me.
Oh, you've upset me. No, we've got 3, so we've got 1 more person.
And she landed spraddle-legged on the board. Really bruised herself. She was actually bleeding from the vagina. And we immediately took her to A&E. And they examined her, and yes, she was perfectly all right. She
We
explained what
are
happened.
live.
We are like
Just to let you know, I mean, please carry on.
She knows about it.
Yeah, of course.
But if
She
she was
might not want to broadcast it to the
I wouldn't dare take her. I wouldn't dare take her. And I wonder how many other people didn't take the kids.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, we did so much on Higgs and
The
Wire.
child with you.
She was.
You would hide it anyway. You wouldn't be taking your kid, would you?
I remember taking her once, and she'd cut her head, and I took her to A&E, and they said, when were you here last? And I went, about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I've
And
got
all
a
the
better
little
one than
heads
that.
went bing.
No, I've got a better one than that. Dan, I got a phone call. I was working in Darlington at the time. Got a phone call. Could I get home as soon as possible? Daniel had fallen at school and hurt himself. They were taking him to the hospital, but I had to be there. So, off the phone, there he is, and he's fallen and hit the corner of the table and just nicked his eye here. So we glued it. That was on the Friday. On the Saturday, he was playing on the school field with a friend and a set of golf clubs. Thing I know, the screaming child at the front door having this blood everywhere, and he'd been stood behind the kid with the golf club, swung and got him right there on that part of his eyebrow. So off to the hospital. This one's still raw from the day before, you know. It's like the look, you could see the looking, and I went, "How did that happen? You were here yesterday." I went, "That one school brought him. Do you want to check the records? This one is just on the school field." I was like, "Oh." But yeah.
The thing is, though, when you are abusing your children, you don't take them to school.
No, and you've got
Not until
you
it's
hide, just like you hide it, don't you? You don't automatically want to hide it. You want to.
I would have had a chair with him on it, not take.
Yeah, I was a beacon, and we wore skirts to that night, and we wore long socks to that night, and that was the only part of our body that didn't that bit on our hands. Never hit our face, never hit our hands, never hit that many of our body. The rest of bruising.
Yeah, I'm sure Dan actually had a chair at North States with his name, because he was a skater and a tree climber and everything
Proper
else.
boy.
Proper boy, yeah. We were there every couple
I
of
was
weeks.
used to hate getting to A&E because they'd say what happened, and it was always stupid. Always stupid. Nothing as straightforward as fell off the bike.
I've done a lot of times. The best one was he had an egg on his arm like that. Walked through the door and the triage nurse went, "That's broken." Gets into the straight down to X-ray. It wasn't. It was just a massive hematoma on his arm. None of them could believe he hadn't actually broken it. The side, this big single thing like that. Crazy. He's never broken a bone yet, has he? And that's jumping out of aircraft for a living.
Jumping out of perfectly serviceable aircraft for a living. I always say with kids, they're going to grow up with scars on you.
It was going to happen,
not
wasn't
going to
it?
be disfigured.
After the childhood shenanigans.
I nearly fell out of an aeroplane and the Blue Falcon doing a parachute. It was, we were at 35,000, no, well, it's like too high.
It's too high for a jump.
Yeah, it was about 15,000 feet over Middlesbrough. And they said, "Hey, wouldn't it be a good idea?" I was doing the sound for the beep, and the cameraman was putting the crow's nest, which is basically a removable urinal that they move there, and strapped him in with the camera, and I had an umbilical to the recorder. And the doors opened, and all I saw was 15,000 feet below, and Middlesbrough looking through, the little feet started doing that. I was strapped in the front, with hand pressed. The camera went to the recorder, to record on the recorder. So I just stood strapped, he was going to record it. So I went to play record and everything. And they just grabbed this Blue Falcon blokes. We're like, "What are you doing?" I'm going, "It's not recording, you know, we can't get any pictures." "Yeah, I have to press the button." My God, it did nearly kill me. And anyway, they got a bollocking. But the thing is that once they all jumped out and the dog shut, everything was trying to get down. As the last one touched the ground, they were trying to get down to do a flyby. And it's all carefully choreographed and everything, which means dropping down from 15,000 feet to 300 in less than 2 minutes. Yeah. So we're on our way to the cockpit, and all of a sudden we're pulling like a I don't know, whatever it is. And we got down there and he couldn't find Plainfield, the pilot in Middlesbrough. I mean, you think you're coming in from wherever, and it was a tiny little Plainfield as well. A little cross. You couldn't find it. And once you've missed it, you've got to spend all over. So anyway, so that's it does work.
Make sure everybody has the link. Stop wittering about the quality of the picture.
the thing is, it isn't. I wouldn't sit and watch that. I just think that's just no
It's
good.
what you do for a living.
You can blame.
Not this bit.
You can blame the mobile.
But like I said, watching it on that monitor up there even isn't that reliable because it's an old monitor that we only have there for the purpose of using to update Facebook and stuff over the day while we're in the cafe for promotion. We don't need it to be crystal clear. Anybody watching it on the laptop at home is probably getting not much different to what you're getting there.
But do you want to see it? I'll look on mine. But mine's not like you either, is it?
Screaming that.
I don't know.
You're just being fussy.
I haven't been a little fussy, but I'm just wondering if I don't know. What do you think? I mean, what do you think of the whole doing this?
I think it'll work.
We have sufficient articulate letters.
And the worst case scenario is that I can always do a knock video off and just update and have kept just people's thoughts one after another after another.
There is also the perception of people. When I was doing market research, I always stopped.
What are you doing, Nibs?
I need to pause.
People that were that had lots of tattoos and lots of piercings, because nobody stopped. So they were happy to do a market research survey because nobody ever stopped.
All right.
And yet they were holding down jobs.
Should come on, there should be a code
You know,
on the board.
people looked at them and assumed they were all zone wallers.
Well, they're more accepted now because everybody's apart from, there was the one on the television the other night, was it 100 tattoos and 49 piercings or something, and it was all over his head and everything. It was a brilliant business now.
Yeah.
But first impression, people were just straight away blank.
I'm not keen on facial tattoos.
No, I'm not keen on tattoos, but I can't judge a person.
I don't mind them when they're well done. I dislike people that have their children's names tattooed on themselves. I think you're going to forget.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to, mum and dad.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's got one because
Yeah.
you wouldn't be here without one.
But they do. I haven't got any tattoos. Both my daughters do.
Oh, they're so popular now. I mean, and
I've
right
seen
across the board.
I've seen some really bad ones. When you look at it and you think, you paid for that?
No, well, we go to Total Fitness, we call it Total Fatness because it's just a wide range of people just swim there. It's actually cheaper than going to the floor room. You go a couple of times a week. And, some of them, because obviously you're in costumes, and some of them, yeah, but you just said, you actually paid for that.
Paid to be
Put on your body.
On you.
Yeah.
If you look at somewhere nice, the spa at the park road,
All right, yeah, I used to go to the park for years and years.
it's 12 quid per day pass. But they've got a small swimming pool, they've got a jacuzzi,
Can't get
a steam room, they've got a sauna, and they also have hydrotherapy,
Yeah.
Why aren't they giving
which is
me
really nice. They've also got all the gym stuff. as
Yeah.
well,
Oh, don't
which
go
you
in
can use.
gym.
No, but I
I
don't
just
use
swim.
that. But the hydrotherapy pool is really, really nice.
Oh, come on.
Like
I
it's
get annoyed
12
with
quid,
technology.
because we looked at joining it,
Yeah.
but we don't use it sufficiently. We'd have to
No,
use
you
it a
have
couple
to
times a week.
And we
We
go
don't.
swimming 3 times a week. Definitely 2. So it's cheaper,
Yeah.
it's nearer, and then, well, Splash, you have to pay for parking and stuff.
Mm.
But we used to go to Billing Forum.
Yeah.
We only went there when it shut.
Yeah.
We gave it a try, and did the maths. And it was, I'm actually about money, I'm talking about £50, 50
Yeah,
pence
yeah,
a pound
yeah.
difference. But it was cheaper.
And if you use it a couple of
Yeah.
times a week, it does rack out.
Because you have to have different passes for billing and book.
Well, I'm afraid
Maybe we'll pay there.
we've still got the one viewer,
375.
which I suspect the viewers only there.
Yeah,
But if you
I
click-
haven't asked anybody to,
But I'm
Well, yeah,
never,
the schools
I'm never
are
sure
there.
about
It's weird.
how many people
Yeah.
watch anyway. I've only been doing it a
I
week.
don't swim. I two strokes in the bottle. I can swim enough to save my life, but I don't swim. So for me, it's more the sauna, the jacuzzi, definitely hydrotherapy, and because I only use it a couple of months.
It's not the best picture, like I must admit.
Because I only use it every couple of months, it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's not full of jewels.
No.
It's very friendly.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, I said it's
I know.
It's mostly older people.
Well, we go during the day, in the morning. So I can't swim after a beat. Means that's not possible. And later on in the day, you've done all your work and you've done your bits and pieces, and if you go first thing, you have a good blast out and swim for a full half hour.
So for me, it's time.
Yeah.
I get up about 6:30. We work great. We go till our official closing time is 4:30-ish. Well, if it's quiet, like it is today, we'll leave it full.
Yeah.
Because it will take, when we close the doors, we've got like 20 minutes down to do. But if it's quiet, we'll be here till 5:30.
Yes.
He's Springer, and she's Springer Jack Russell Cross.
It's not too much. Oh, it is now again. Yeah.
It's often on
Depends how they look, isn't it?
it's often on radio, so it's
All right, well, I mean,
You don't have to go. You don't go out.
well, I've been out this morning because I had to go to the bank and shout out.
A lot more technically qualified than they do. And I think when you
Yes.
go to bypass, I know for a fact once I can
There's some-
bypass
Absolute, stunning.
pictures.
Beautiful. I would say to people when you're walking down the high street, don't look at the shops. Look.
Especially if you don't.
I know, it is a gorgeous site, and it's the widest high street.
Yeah, and we can switch some pictures and things.
It is.
I mean,
I can remember when it was two-way.
Yes.
So you want it.
I remember Leslie Brown.
And we
Yeah,
want
I love Lindsay Brown's toy shop. We used to go, as a treat, we used to go, well, Mum and Dad put us in the cinema on a morning. They used to do the shopping in the market and everything, and might have had a cup of tea somewhere. Picked me and my sister back up from the cinema, and we were allowed to have a look, not always a bad, a look in Leslie Brown toy shops, and like dream of something, and tell them for our birthdays or something. Oh, it was fantastic. And upstairs,
The trains there.
yeah, and there was all the little girls. We never got stretched to Barbie dolls. We had Cindy's.
I bought Barbies and Cindy's for my daughters, but I wouldn't buy them clothes. I would buy them shoes.
Right.
So I used to buy like a mix of like shoes.
Yeah.
But the clothes were astronomically expensive and accessories. So they had lots of they were saris.
Oh, right. Yeah.
For the
Oh,
dolls.
Mama wasn't very crafty like that. We had Cindy's, and my friend had Barbies.
My younger daughter, very eclectic.
Oh, I know.
Oh, my brothers had that with us. They had, and I used to love, love the little the door. Yeah. Oh, she's like, wow, they're so well made.
The thing is, once I've sat and thought about it and not done it, it just gets put down the to-do list. So it's like the damn funny.
Remember the baby boxes where they opened up like that?
Oh, yeah.
That was the box when we were small.
It's the same with this.
Oh,
What we're trying to do.
And my sister-in-law was round and I cleaned out the kitchen doing
No,
something
but
and I
the
came
thing
back.
is, the people, you know,
Toys
if you've got an idea, go for it, and if you don't, you'll think, what if?
Time for bed,
Never
and I
had
said,
that.
put your toys
I'll
away.
regret.
So she put them all away and left them outside. And I said, pretty cards away as well.
Well, look, I'll leave all that.
Later on, Elizabeth said they could put them away.
In the worst case scenario, I can get banned
Put them away.
from stock. That's it's there. I'm thinking it's going to be too much. But no, you couldn't wear it. It's if you wanted to have a poetry night or a fun night or a reading night or anything, then there's no reason. You know, I mean, I know you take customers
Well,
away,
everything
but
was so steady.
the actual monetary value.
I remember seeing pictures of me and my sister. And we were
I said,
that's 3.5 years difference. It's not, you know, Good. Nearly the same age.
Yeah.
And if I have a structured comedy,
My dress is the same.
There was 14 months between us and we were always dressed exactly the same.
Why did mums do that?
I don't know, and Christmas we always got exactly the same thing, but in different colours.
Colours, yes.
Yes.
So you get a necklace,
Well, we go, what?
and she'd get a necklace, but they were in
I
different
used to let
colours.
blue
And the
on
thing is,
used to get out.
My God, Julia, look at this.
Blue.
Oh, is somebody
Light
trying-
blue. What?
Oh, that's a horse.
Oh, God.
Oh, look at this.
Look at the back legs.
What's
huge.
happened?
Is the back legs natural?
I think it's just dirty.
No, I think
No,
it's skinned.
Do you know? It's
I think it's
got
natural.
names for a little thing.
What a beautiful
That is a
face.
pony.
God, face.
That's a husky, but it's not in very good condition, is it?
No,
No.
but its tail's missing hair as well, isn't
No,
it?
that's pooling.
Yeah, that's not a well dog at all.
The basketballs and sure, Holmes wasn't that big.
Pony.
I'm going to have to rush you.
Right, okay,
Incoming you and.
Incoming Ewan. He'll be. If he's not away, Ewan will be here.
well, look, obviously we'll talk again.
Yeah,
And if
absolutely.
you've got any more
I'll tell you
ideas,
what I'll do.
I'll work on that straining system live.
We're going to do some work, I suppose. Deb, that book on Stockton,
Yes.
what's it called?
The one that I've got.
Yeah, quite catastrophe.
Quite catastrophe. That's my number one there.
It's very interesting.
Right,
Quite, quite catastrophe. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got.
We actually got a copy of someone who did order.
There's a lot of potential. You've got streaming here.
Very
It-
Also, in the 60s, with the planning and the building. I know Castle Gate and.
And,
Well, it,
you
well,
know,
as soon as they started mentioning pulse.
I didn't want to get into the heavy.
Sorry.
Oh, it's alive!
As soon as they started mentioning pulse.
That's what that was.
Oh, you got me good.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lower, here, there, and everywhere.
I was an idiot.
There you go. Happy something different in the project. You're not really we're going to do like podcast.
He's doing the and me, that's his dance.
He's watching.
Getting the reaction.
What behaviour?
Enough.
Army, what behaviour every day?
So it'll be people who have actually got.
It's his birthday today, this year.
Oh, what do you do?
Yep.
Before life.
He's a big boy.
And the dingo. And then.
Oh, Lily Westy's going to be.
I'll take it to show.
Oh, and he's switched.
He's not quite for this bro.
Let me get about a year and a half ago.
Oh, a little bit more, I think, we'll then put some more as well. He was a big boy. He
We
was
just,
just
you know, so we don't need.
He's also brain dead.
Or what we do. So we've had Newcastle North, so we hit the vegan.
Right, I should just make some coffee and put in the loop, and I should be in that.
So, I mean, do it this way, even now we're making. For everything. Now I'll release the jam one, so, which will happen.
Right, sorry, Jim, I'm miles away.
Yes, you are.
That picture quality you do.
Yeah, well, I've got, especially online. I'll look at the temporary medicine and we'll